Janet Fritz here for Galaxy Girl Creations. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to another day of the Grateful series. And today I am grateful for modern transportation. Yes, modern transportation. And yes, that is a bicycle, which is not really considered modern, except that it's an e-bike and that is modern. And so I'm going to tell you a little bit why I am grateful for modern transportation. But I want to start out with reminding you that this is a series that I'm doing with MK over at her channel. I'll put the link down below, so make sure you go and check out what she's got going on today. We have been doing this every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday for the month of November, and we hope that you are enjoying this series. So I'm starting out with a piece of paper from Felicity Jane. That's that yellow polka dot one. I decided to leave the branding strip at the bottom because it has all of the colors that are in the bicycle paper at the top. And so I just trimmed a little bit off of the top to make up for the branding strip. And now I am just going to go ahead and cut my black paper so that it will create a nice border between the two papers and give a little bit of oomph to it. And the reason I decided to use the blue paper at the top rather than down one of the sides is it's going the opposite. The bikes are going the opposite direction than my bike is going. And so I felt like looked like they were running into each other. So by doing this, it kind of makes it so that the paper is not right up against the bicycle in the photo. So that made me happy. And then I cut a little tiny strip of black off and I put it down at the bottom between the border strip and that yellow polka dot paper. I'm going to call that polka dot. They're not exactly polka dots, but we're going to call it that for all intents and purposes. And so the reason I am using my bicycle rather than like a car or something like that, which I mean, I am grateful for my car and I have a hybrid Ford Fusion and I love that it gets good gas mileage. And so, you know, it's comfortable and everything for long rides and it's great for commuting or whatever. But the reason I decided to use my bike is because you know, while biking is not really considered a modern form of transportation, but an e-bike is. And I cannot tell you the last time I have been on a regular bicycle. But when we got our e-bikes, we had tested out e-bikes, rented them while we were in Tahoe, and we really enjoyed them. And so I am grateful for my e-bike because it has got me back out and being more active. And so the net of it is, even though it's an e-bike, and yes, it has a throttle on it, which I rarely use, except for maybe like when you first take off and you're kind of going at an uphill or whatever. I pedal almost the whole time I'm on it. Don't leave it in the easiest pedal setting. I definitely like to have a little bit of a workout, but before that, I wasn't doing anything like active like that. I mean, I'm walking and stuff like that, but not anything that was like bicycling or, you know, more of a workout. And so this has gotten me out a lot more. You know, if I know there are people that say that e-bikes are cheating, and usually it is people who ride regular bikes, but if I have to look at it and say, okay, here's a regular bike and here's an e-bike, if I only had a regular bike, would I actually go riding? Probably not. At least not the places that we've gone. We've gone for 22, 24-mile bike rides. We go up hills, we go down hills, and I am pedaling the whole time. And it's, you know, getting my heart rate up. It's giving me some exercise, and it's getting me out there. Now, if I had to do it on a regular bike, I'd say, oh, no way. I'm not going. I'm just not even going to try. Because I don't have a lot of faith in the fact that I would be able to do, I mean, I would go around my neighborhood, but I wouldn't be able to do any of these longer rides. And so it is getting me out there and making me more physically active. So that is why I chose to do my bike. And I am writing those things down on this page as to why I am grateful for my bike. So my title there, I don't know if you noticed, but I did not have enough A's, or I did not have an N. So I took my V's upside down as my A's, and my N's are actually U's upside down. and that's how I'm getting my word transportation. And I think it looks fine. You know, you can tell if you're actually like looking for it, and but when you look at it, you can read it just fine. And it kind of looks futuristic actually if you look at it. Um, it's kind of like a futuristic looking title, the alphas that are used anyway. And so I decided to go ahead and do that because, you know, e-bikes I think are kind of like the way of the future. Especially, I mean, I belong to a couple of Facebook groups for e-bike riders, and they are all older people. Well, maybe not all, but a lot of them are older people, and much older than me even, and they are out there getting moving. And so I think that's awesome. So I just had this die. You can see it there in the upper left hand corner. I cut 2 pieces of paper. That's going to be where I do my journaling, and I just inked it up with that distress ink. And just to bring in more of the blue from up above, I wanted to bring it down below. Now the title where it says transportation has a little blue line through it. It's hard to see that on the screen, but it is just a lighter version of the blue that's up above. So that's why I decided to use that. And then I went to my wood veneer and I pulled out some bicycles, and I'm liking the way that that looks, but I do want to have a third embellishment area. So I pulled out a die that is very similar to the one that I used, but in a smaller format. It's not exact, but it's close enough. And I'm going to have that come in from the top of the page. So I've got kind of everything on the diagonal, and I'm liking how that's looking. And I will pull out a third bicycle in wood veneer. Now my bicycles, the 2 that are on the screen are the same, only one is a little bit smaller than the other. The third one I bring in is a little bit different. It's got spokes on the wheels. And so what I end up doing is I use the spoked one in the middle, and then I use the 2 without spokes on either side of it, so that it doesn't look like there's 2 without spokes close together and then the oddball is like off to the side. So I just embrace that there's an oddball and put it right smack in the middle of the page. And then I'm inking the whole thing up with the same distress ink. And I'm liking the way that it's looking. And I'm keeping this one actually very simple. There's not going to be a whole lot more to it. I do add another die cut, but otherwise I keep it very simple. So while I glue these down, while I cut this other die out, I'm going to remind you to go check out MK's channel. I know I already mentioned that this is something we've been doing all month long, but go see what she has done for today as well. So this die is probably either from Kaisercraft or it is from Do Crafts or Tonic Studios. Those are the 3 that it's from. It is basically a compass rose. I don't have the name of it because I've had this die for a long time in my stash, and so I don't have written down who it was from. It's been out of its packaging for many years. But it's probably one of those three companies. And then I decided I didn't want them all tucked under. So the first one, I put right on top of the journaling there. And then this one I'm going to tuck it under. I felt like it was too matchy-matchy if they were all tucked under or if they were all on top. So I kind of wanted to change it up a little bit just so it didn't look like it was like I said, matchy. Give it something that was a little bit visually different in each of those areas. And then this one, same idea. I'm tucking it under, but I'm going to just have it centered. So I'm liking the way that that's looking. And then I am just going to trim off the excess, and I will glue down my bicycles and do my journaling. I'm just adding a little extra journaling there. I had a pucker in the paper in case you were wondering what I was doing there. It just had a little bit of a pucker, and I'm not sure why that was. I think it was because when I was trying, I actually cut both of those die cuts at the same time. And I think when I was trying to get the papers apart, I kind of bent them a little bit. And so that's why it was kind of puckered. And pardon me. I've been voicing videos. I'm kind of losing my voice. I did not make you sit through all of the journaling because I've already kind of told you what was going on in the journaling. But there I am writing it all down. I don't always show that on screen, that the journaling, and I don't always have that in the photograph at the end or in the still photographs, but it is there for you in case that is of interest to you. And so you can see that I actually do write on my pages. So the photo of the bikes is taken out on the pier at Monterey Bay. So thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this video and that you're enjoying this series. We will be back again on in just a couple days with another video. So have a great day. Take care, and don't forget to leave me a thumbs up down below if you don't mind, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.